Right, going through the front pages of our dailies this morning, let's take a look at the first one, and that is the business day. So the business day this morning, having a look at EOH leaps on asset sales. That's their top story that they're leading with. EOH basically saying the firm to consolidate 200 businesses into 3 divisions. That's very much so what they're talking about as well. There's also in the corner there another story which is quite interesting. Reserve Bank protected by independence. The South African Reserve Bank has enabled it to weather political attacks over the past 10 years. That's according to the governor, Lesetja Kganyago. The people of South Africa were relying on their government to look after their interests, while some people were instead using public power to interfere, and that's the problem that he's saying. So he was chatting yesterday. Also a column on the Zuma faction and EFF playing the numbers game. Raymond Parsons talks about business must unite to develop an action agenda. All right, that's the front page of the business day this morning. Let's move on to the front page of the Sowetan now. So we'll look at that front page. And Sporo tries to derail the drugs trial. So that's the one story there. Granny killed for grandson's sins. Yeah, very, very sad story there on page 2. The big photograph, however, is of the Minister of Higher Education and Training, Naledi Pandor, was conferred with a PhD in education at the University of Pretoria. That is a beautiful photograph, and I think that this is an absolutely stunning image to portray. That is our education minister, the lady in control of education, getting her PhD in education. Now, you know we're in good hands if, in fact, you do see things like that happening. So I think all of us need to send congratulations to our Minister of Education on getting her PhD in education. A fantastic accolade for her there. Also, listeriosis taking the front page there. I was trying to read that headline, sorry, didn't get to it, but it had to do something with polony, and I think it's quite an important one, unfortunately, but I'll try and have a look for it and get it to you. There we go, polony firm sued. So here we go. This is that big story that we've been talking about for quite some time and waiting for it. 1,000 victims and survivors of the world's worst outbreak accuse Tiger Brands of failing to uphold food safety practices. So this listeriosis outbreak haunting enterprise. Right, the Citizen now. Crooks always one step ahead. Boy, don't we know that. Despite a drop in cash and transit heists and retail crimes, the Police Service's Crime Intelligence Unit is not up to scratch and has little information about who the syndicates actually are. That's according to an expert. That's the story they're looking at. Tears for gutted Notre Dame and tax changes pack a punch. That's the front page of the Citizen. And then, of course, we've got the Star. Cyril takes fight to Malema's turf. We had that in our news bulletin. Ramaphosa going there in Limpopo, basically saying, do not vote for the smaller parties. And that, as you know, is Julius Malema's home province. So that's where Cyril Ramaphosa, our president, went to. There's again that photograph of our education minister going and getting her PhD in education. So a fantastic accolade for her. Shock, 7 years at varsity for first degree. That's one story there. And Darren apologizes for fumbling over the national anthem. We heard that yesterday. Everybody talking to Kurt Darren, unfortunately messing up the national anthem at the Varsity Cup there rugby match. So that was made a huge inroads into Twitter. Everybody watching and having their say on that one. So there we go. That's a look at the front pages of our newspapers this morning.